Right, so Exorcism of God. Giz, take it away, and I shall be back momentarily.
Okay, so The Exorcism of God takes place in a primary. Yeah, once again, we're actually back in Mexico again. Haha.
Right.
This time with Father Peter Williams. Now, at the beginning of the film, Father Peter Williams is called into a situation whereby there's a young woman who is possessed. Now, he makes a call to a colleague who strongly advises him not to do it, going so far as to say, I forbid you from doing it. You are not ready. You do not know what you're fucking doing. Lad, are you fucking mental? Do not do this. So,
Right.
naturally, of course, he goes and he fucking
Hey,
does
Trev.
it. Because, oh, Trev, welcome to the chats. Anyway, so he goes to basically try and exorcise a demon out of this young lady, who is named Magali. Magali, there we go.
Okay.
Now, straight away, you're in for an interesting time because once Father Peter clears the room and, gets down to work, the demon decides that it's going to be as seductive and alluring as it possibly can be. Ridiculously so. To the point that, like I told Johnny straight up, just so you know, you might think you're watching my kind of film. You're not. It's actually an actual movie. You're good. You're good. Now,
Definitely does not start that way, though.
Father Peter records everything because part of the procedure and begins with the prayers and does his best. But unfortunately, the demon is a wily son bitch and he believes he has the better of it, gets a little bit too close and gives in to certain things he probably shouldn't have. And that's where the issue stands because for that brief moment, the demon jumps from Magali to the preacher.
I was gonna say there was a bit of a chink in the father's armor. I mean, like it just.
And to be fair, over the course of the film, that chink is explained,
right,
and in a very good way. Now, the film then jumps to 18 years later, where Father Williams is working in this Mexican town that is dying, is the best way to put it. The kids are dropping like flies. He's called in at one point to give last rites to a kid, and fortunately, as soon as he arrives on, the kid opens his eyes. He's able to bring him to a hospital, but it's nothing but sick children, and they cannot figure anything out. There's nobody in the government seems to care. This place has been pretty much abandoned. There is nothing seems to be going right, and Father Williams believes that this is a punishment for what happened 18 years ago when he attempted to exorcise a demon from Magali. The fact that, he gave in for that split second, he knows something, he tried to confess it to a priest and the priest told him he couldn't accept his confession. He would need to go to the bishop. He hasn't been able to bring himself to do that. So his plan, his hope is that by finally going to the bishop, by finally confessing what happened, by telling him the truth, he can lift this burden from himself and maybe ease the suffering of his village. As it turns out, when he goes to visit the bishop explains that everyone, not just his village, everyone views him as a saint. He should be very proud of himself. And before he even gets to open his mouth, he's handed a great big checkbook and told that everything he needs is on the way. Medical equipment, everything. He can save his village. It's a miracle. That's it. That's exactly it.
Right.
You will deliver an Easter miracle. You will deliver an Easter miracle. And everything seems fine. Everything seems serene until we go to the nearby prison where one particular guard has attempted to feed a particular inmate and it doesn't go well at all. And as a result of that, despite the warden very much thinking this is a fucking terrible idea, but screw it, we've tried to do everything else, he contacts Father Peter to come in and do an exorcism, at which point Father Peter realizes that job he tried to do 18 years ago, well, it's come back to bite him in the ass in so many ways. And this just kicks off a chain reaction of events that has some awesome stuff. Multiple possessions, multiple demonic entities, one of the most scary and fucked up versions of Jesus Christ coming down off his cross and terrifying the piss out of people that you will ever fucking see. This
What's worse than normal Jesus?
Really
mobile statue Jesus.
Like pissed off mobile statue Jesus.
Yeah, angry mobile statue Jesus.
Like that weird puppeteer statue one that we got in Beelzebub, I thought was kind of creepy, and then we watched this, and I was like, "Well, that just upped the fucking level."
Yeah, fuck
All
you,
right.
Beelzebub. Shit myself.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, this was just straight up. And
Good
like
thing
I
I
said,
wore
this
the
film
brown
is-
robes. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
The film is out recently enough, so you don't want to get into too much of it, but it's very well done. The story is good. It was far better than I was expecting, for me personally. Now, it does, like Buzz said earlier, it hits all the classic exorcism marks, but there's a scene in the prison where I believe was intentional to be hitting all those exorcism marks.
Oh, yeah.
Because basically, Father Peter ends up calling in backup, and the backup challenges the demon to prove itself, and it straight up pulls every page out of the old 1970s Exorcist playbook.
Yeah.
And he just laughs it off. He's kind of like, psh, parlor tricks. Fucking disgusting.
Do you know the actor who plays that gentleman?
Yes, we
is
do.
Yes,
Okay.
we were discussing earlier, and we were saying he is
Jeffrey
the
from
fucking
Prince of
man.
Bel-Air.
That's it, Jeffrey. I was calling him Jeeves from
Jeffrey.
Giles. Jeffrey is the fucking man. And he's also the one at the very start who tells Peter, do not
Right.
do
I was gonna
this.
say, I love the
He
fact
gets
that when
he gets Mike Tyson.
yeah.
Yep.
I love the fact
That's
that
all
when
I'll say.
when he's like, I need some backups, I'm gonna call the guy years ago that said, "Hey, don't fucking do this for backup."
Yeah.
I was
To
like,
be
yeah,
fair-
You know
no,
what? When you said that, maybe I should have listened.
right.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, the film was only out last year, so we don't want to get into too many story details because there are a few twists that I'd like to say I didn't see coming, but I kind of did.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because I thought they were handled well, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, you know. And
Oh,
there was
dude.
one or two. There was one or two nice touches as well in regards, kind of the way that there was certain symbolism working throughout in regards, how Father Peter interacts with the community, how the community interacts with him, the fact that somebody that he looked after years ago is now working with him to look after others. You know, that was I thought
Yeah.
that was really good. That scene where the two of them, Magella and Yuan, recognized each other, that was really good. That was just the click and just cemented the kind of the emotional investment in the characters because it made everything once again tied together in that.
Yeah, the continuity
None of
through the
them got
movie
away with
is plot-wise is good because you find when, especially when it's a horror movie and like your main focus is the horror, you find that sometimes, especially when the story spans several years, that sometimes the continuity to things can kind
Right.
of be missing. But everything has a very intent purpose, and it for the whole movie, like there's not a wasted frame of film in the entire
Yeah.
film. Every shot is main objective is
And-
continuing the story and giving you backstory, albeit
Yeah.
subconsciously to a certain degree.
And I
Everything's
gotta
connected.
give mad props to the makeup and special effects because, dude,
Yeah, I
That-
like
oh,
the
shit.
possessed look of all. Of anytime somebody is
Yeah.
possessed, it had a distinctive look and it was really good. Like not
Yeah.
overly, not fucking dramatically over the top, but believably good.
It was mostly freaky eyes, and you see their skin tone just fade to deathly pale.
Translucent practically.
And then, like, the longer they're possessed, it's the more demonic the face tends to become.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
That scene
But
in
I
the
mean,
prison
like,
is
I've
brilliant.
seen-
I love that scene in the prison. The cheekiness of it all was like, it's mere parlor tricks. Oh, okay.
Right.
How'd you like that for a
Still
parlor
parlor
trick? That's just a
tricks.
parlor trick as well. I think that's pretty effective, don't you, fuckhead?
But no, like I've seen a lot of exorcism movies, and I mean, like makeup is kind of key when you're making those scenes of how they look and how well everything fits together.
Yeah.
And dude, their makeup and their special effects on this one was just tight, and it
Mm.
helped just kind of pull everything together visually.
Sorry to jump back to that scene because I hadn't finished what I was saying, but it's like even as kids were saying about symbolism, or not even symbolism, I suppose, but the way they tell the story without telling the story in this is brilliant because like that scene in the prison,
yeah,
it starts off with them doing the exorcist stuff, and I think that's kind of a way of the demon slowly kind of be like, oh, you think you're just going to be getting the fucking exorcist shit? Well, baby, strap in because I'm way worse than that. And then the priest
And
is
I
just
gotta
like, oh
say-
fuck, just kind of starts hitting the ground, and it's just like, okay, that's not the okie dokie. Ropes aren't going to be a fucking problem for this fucking fucker anyway. Oh crap.
And
You
the
know,
and it
script
got
has
worse,
kind of
though.
got like the script's got some good tongue-in-cheek moments.
Mhm.
You know, like there's
Yes.
banter between them.
Yeah.
In that actual moment, just a banter between him and her, and then later on, you know, it gets weird, but in a good way, because it's just that weird banter, but it's not just "I hate you," blah blah. Like they get smart and use the script
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's like, say when Jeffrey comes in, I can't remember the priest's name now, but say when Jeffrey from the thing
Father
comes
Michael.
in, it's literally that fantastic thing where he thinks, like, because he's the reason Giz likes this guy so much is because this guy's like the demon slaying priest. If you need a demon
Right.
whipped out of
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
quick, you send in
Right.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
because they just do what he says. Out you
Father
get,
Michael.
fucker. Whump. Gone. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
And
then the demon
you
having the little bit of a
Yeah.
You've been dealing with some other stuff. Wait till you get a load of me, buddy. Whomp.
Right.
Oh no, it wasn't even that though, because don't forget that his rep was built on the fact that the first big bad he dealt with was actually this motherfracker. And
Yeah.
so once again we have a situation of, hey, guess what? Round 2. Ha
Right.
ha ha.
I didn't get a
No,
chance
I
to show
really-
you all my parlor tricks. Give me a minute.
I really loved the tongue in cheek in the scripts. Like it just made some of the scenes so. Not even like where there was violence. It just the verbal exchange between them
Yes.
was just awesome.
The confrontation of it.
Yes.
I think you needed that little bit of lightheartedness in some of the dialogue to a certain degree, because predominantly it's a pretty fucking heavy movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, because of the witty banter, I mean, the fact is, when you're in highly stressful and highly fearful situations, you can kind of go to, you know, it's the Spider-Man defense. Why is Spider-Man always making jokes? Because he's fucking shitting his pants, and it's the only way
Right.
for people not to realize it. You know, he is insulting the enemy, because if he wasn't insulting the enemy, he'd be hiding in a corner shivering, because he's been doing this shit since he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
So
Do you think... Oh, do I want to bring this up now? Because the show is already running long. Ah, fuck it. Do you think he's actually shitting himself?
I mean,
he said
like,
it himself.
I know,
He's
but
actually said it himself.
do you think that's the actual truth? Because if you think about it, like, canonically, he's been known to
Okay, hang
have
on.
to pull
Right, but
his
Colin-
punches the whole time.
Yeah, no. Let me. It's been stated, right? When he's younger, it was a case of the wisecracking was because he was scared. As he got older, he was less like, it's not that the fear went away, but he's older, and the wisecracking is more of a habit he's in, and it's the kind of person that he is.
Yeah.
So it started off as a blocking fear, and it just became the kind of person that he was. You know, where it's
Alright.
not necessarily blocking fear. It's a little bit there, but it's just who he is anyway.
Well, and Hokage even says mocking is a confidence booster, you know? So if you say something and you see a flinch in your opponent, that does kind of help you a little bit.
Yeah, it's always psychological. I mean, the first stage to winning any fight is to win in your head. If you've won the battle in your mind, then that's 50% of it.
Right. You know, so if I'm mocking you about parlor tricks and you kind of flinch, like, okay, cool. Got another round in me. Might make it this time. Like,
no,
you know.
more importantly, he's not exactly certain about that. That's a weakness, whether physically or mentally, that I can home in on and attack. And that's what this film does well. The whole point of this movie is that the demon is, like you said, the dialogue, the witty banter. These things are used to find the chinks in a person's spiritual, mental, psychological armor. Get in
Right.
there. And once you're in there, you twist the nail and you crank it out. Which is what happened to Peter at the start of it. That small little chink led to a big old fucking ham-fisted, hooah, baby.
Yeah, well, it was unfortunately his ham fist is what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Hooah, baby.
Woo.
Yeah. When you described that opening scene to me before I watched the movie, and then I watched the movie, I was like, Gisby fucked in this situation. Gone. He'd have
Yeah.
had a demon in
You
him by
see-
lunchtime. Wouldn't have even been a thing.
I liked Trev's comment, by the way, of your regaling of me telling you what the start of the movie is like. My kind of film, code word for porn.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He's
In
It's a
my
bit
defense, thank you,
Okay.
thank you very much.
I'm waiting.
Right.
I'm waiting for my defense. What is it?
Like, I
No,
was
he
kind
just said
of,
it.
I know,
He just
like,
said it. Misleading.
Yeah, no, it was a little misleading. I was waiting for some music
Really?
to start. Some
Really?
good lighting.
Really?
I didn't know.
Really? Really?
I was.
Really?
A little misleading, yes.
So in any movie, if someone drops the hand, albeit in very crucial storyline points, are
I'm
you
just saying-
automatically like, oh,
As I stated-
maybe
as I
this is
stated
going to
at the-
turn into a porno?
No, you weren't here
No.
for the beginning of my review where I stated that this demon is acting extremely seductively and alluringly, deliberately tempting people.
Like
I'm
every
used
demon.
to like heads. No.
I-
I'm used to head spinning, like shit blown up, candles like flames. She's all like, "Hey, sailor." Oh shit! All right, cool. What's up?
The
Like,
Exorcist chick
I was
literally started bashing her vag to bits with a fucking cross.
yeah, but she was like really aggressive. Like I don't know. Like it was different.
Have you ever seen
She didn't
fucking
look the-
machines? It's aggressive. That's what the fucking thing is.
I know, but I'm like. I
Point
guess it
is,
was the-
this
I
chick
guess
pretty
it
much
was
did a
the mood.
striptease first.
Right. Like if there was a mood building thing, tensions were kind of being mounted.
Can I just say,
Other
Carter,
things were
thank you
about to be
so much for
mounted.
making me look good for a change.
Oh, no problem.
No, it's just making two of you look bad.
Yeah, thank you both.
Right
Thank-
now,
I'm so
singing
glad I'm not the
Nine
one
Inch
saying
Nails.
it.
We're in this together now.
Oh man. Well, I know what we got to get the
will
two of them
make
for their
it true
birthdays anyway.
somehow.
Pussy. Jesus Christ. Pussy. Here we go. We'll sort out some. Guys, if any of you got an OnlyFans and you need some fucking guest stars or whatever out there in the crowd, fucking ring the two fucking poon brothers there. They'll go sort some poon for you. Giz is
Oh,
down
one
for
second,
wearing
please.
costumes, and Carter's got wheels. So if you're looking for one of those cool streams, by all means, ring him up, get him down. Poon brothers will sort you out. Bit of Poon Town. And on that revelation, we're going to fucking head to the trailer. We'll be back. Oh boy, wow. That is all I'm going to say about what's coming up next.
We
you thought-
saved the
if you-
best for
if-
last.
I
thought it's been
had
a
a
ride so far.
dancing number, and it's Jesus
Oh.
on a skateboard.
If you